Welcome back to TFacts, your go-to source for the latest happenings and insider scoops from the world of reality TV. Today, we've got some exciting updates from the island paradise of Deal or No Deal Island. First up, we're focusing on Dickson Wong, who opened up about his emotional experience during the latest episode. He shared heartfelt details about his family alliance with Genat and Parvati, revealing the genuine connections that developed amidst the game's twists and turns. From dramatic challenges to heartfelt moments, find out what made Dickson's journey so memorable. Next, we take a closer look at the special bond Dickson formed with Genat. In an exclusive interview, Dickson reflected on their connection and expressed his thoughts on how David's actions impacted his gameplay. What was the significance of that emotional moment during the allergic reaction incident? Join us as we unpack this heartfelt storyline and see why fans are rooting for these players. And finally, we'll highlight the riveting moment when two reality TV giants, Dr. Kirby and Boston Rob Mariano, met for the first time during the Deal or No Deal Island aftershow. Their discussion had fans captivated as they shared insights about their journeys and strategies in the game. Discover the key takeaways from their encounter that every aspiring reality star needs to know. So, which story captured your attention the most? Make sure to stick around as we dive deeper into each of these captivating tales. Let's dive into our first story about Dickson Wong from Deal or No Deal Island. In a recent episode, Dickson showcased a whirlwind of emotions as he grappled with the realities of his game strategy and the bonds he formed on the island. Dickson opened up about his heartfelt connection with his fellow contestants, particularly his family alliance with Genat and Parvati. He revealed that their alliance was more than just a strategic move. It felt genuinely familial. Dickson shared a touching moment from the very first night on the island when he experienced an allergic reaction. While most players would be focused on forming alliances and winning challenges, David stayed with him through the entire ordeal, showcasing a level of care that made a lasting impression on Dickson. He described how David sat with him while he received IV treatment, calling it a moment that speaks volumes about David's character and dedication. Dickson's reflections on the relationship highlighted how he felt David embodied the qualities he wished he had experienced from his own father. This emotional bond added a layer of depth to their gameplay, as Dickson leaned into this connection to navigate the challenges ahead. Despite the underlying warmth of the family alliance, Dickson was also acutely aware of the competitive nature of the game. He knew that to win, he might eventually have to turn on his island parents, which he was prepared to do. He mentioned a specific strategy where he planned to separate from David once he reached the final five. This tension between genuine affection and the ruthless nature of reality competition stirred a lot of drama and anticipation among viewers. As the episode unfolded, viewers witnessed Dickson trying to balance his loyalty to David and Parvati while also considering the strategic moves needed to advance in the game. With the pressures of the competition mounting, Dickson's emotional vulnerability and candid reflections captured the hearts of fans, reminding everyone that beneath the gameplay, real connections are formed that can be just as impactful as any strategy or alliance. So, what do you think about Dickson's emotional journey? Do you think his bond with David and Parvati will help or hinder his gameplay? Let us know in the comments. Now, let's move on to our second story, where we explore the profound bond between Dickson Wong and Genat. In an exclusive interview, Dickson reflected on the impact of his relationship with David and how it influenced his gameplay throughout the season of Deal or No Deal Island. Dickson shared how his admiration for David began right from the start. He remembered the moment David chose to sit with him during his allergic reaction on the first night. That relationship was 100% genuine, Dickson stated, emphasizing the lengths David went to support him when it mattered most. By prioritizing Dickson's well-being over forming new alliances, David showcased a selflessness that deepened their connection and set a foundation for their alliance. As the game progressed, Dickson knew there would come a time when he would have to make difficult choices regarding his strategy. He candidly expressed that targeting David was part of his strategy for survival in the game, reflecting the complex emotional tug-of-war he faced. "I wanted to target David at 5 because I figured if I could get rid of Alexis, Leet, eventually David would be vulnerable, and I could hopefully get rid of him, he explained. However, despite his strategic mind, Dickson found it challenging to separate the game from his feelings. He recognized that forming such strong connections could backfire in a competitive environment where deception is often necessary. His acknowledgement of this internal conflict resonated with viewers, as it highlights the multifaceted nature of reality TV, a blend of strategy, emotion, and relationships. In the heat of the game, with alliances shifting and tensions rising, fans were left wondering how this delicate balance would play out. Would loyalty triumph over strategy, or would Dickson have to ultimately put the game first? As he navigated these emotional waters, Dickson's journey reflected the heart of what makes reality competitions so engaging: the human experience behind the gameplay. What did you think about Dickson's struggle of balancing emotions with strategy? Let us know your thoughts below. And finally, let's highlight a fascinating moment that had fans buzzing: the first meeting between two legendary reality TV icons, Dr. Will Kirby and Boston Rob Mariano, during the Asterisk Deal or No Deal Island aftershow. As they came together, their chemistry and mutual respect were undeniably palpable, creating an unforgettable scene for viewers. Dr. Will expressed how long he had been looking forward to this moment, saying, "We've been waiting 20 years for this." This nostalgic reflection set the stage for a conversation that was not just about their experiences on reality television, but also about the strategies that made them successful players in their respective games. Fans were thrilled to finally see these two giants of reality TV engage in a dialogue filled with insight and humor. During their discussion, Dr. Will touched on his recent experience entering Asterisk Deal or No Deal Island later than the other contestants and drew a compelling analogy. "It's like you went to middle school, but didn't go at the beginning of the year with all your friends from elementary school. They dumped you into the middle of 6th grade." This comparison perfectly captured the jitters and uncertainties of entering a game where social dynamics have already formed. Rob and Doctor Will also delved into the concept of the family alliance on the show, headed by players like Dickson, David, and Parvati. With Dr. Will's characteristic wit, he remarked on the alliance structure, saying, "The concept of the family is kinda creepy. If it's a family, it's sort of like the Manson family." This humorous yet pointed observation sparked laughter while prompting viewers to think critically about the complexities of alliances in reality competitions. Their engaging exchange also reflected on the importance of anticipation and strategy in reality TV. Dr. Will pointed out how he prepared to meet strong competitors by studying potential threats before entering the game. "Doing the math, I narrowed it down to 5 people, memorized all their life statistics just in case," he shared, highlighting the mindset required to navigate the competitive landscape of reality shows effectively. As fans tuned into this captivating aftershow, it became clear that such interactions not only entertained, but also provided valuable lessons for aspiring reality stars on strategy, social dynamics, and the essence of competition. What did you think about the interaction between Dr. Will and Boston Rob? Did it inspire you to think differently about alliances in reality competitions? Share your thoughts in the comments.